The Kool Hit Sports Network proudly presents Kentucky High School Volleyball on Kool TV. Now let's go courtside for the pregame show on Kool TV.
Welcome to the campus of East Carter High School on this beautiful Thursday, October the 10th. Raceland's made the short drive down the Industrial Parkway, down 64, and here to downtown Grayson. Take on an East Carter Raider team who comes in 11-11 on the year. So a little consistency and some traction for this team as we get closer and closer to district tournament play. And Spencer Hutchinson here with Jeff Irwin. And Jeff, big time matchup here tonight. Of course, these teams are not in the same district, but they're in the same region.
Yeah, and they're probably going to see each other here before too long. Potentially, in the 16th region tournament. East Carter last night, of course, defeated Morgan County, and that's going to be kind of an interesting district that you look at because East Carter is, I think they are 3-1, West Carter's 4-1, and their only losses to each other.
Right.
And so they're going to have to sift that one through and figure out who's going to be the number one seed, who gets the bye, automatic bid to the 16th region. East Carter, like I said, had a pretty decent game last night, but Raceland, they've been rolling as well and doing a great job in their district as well.
Talk about rolling. Under the first year, head coach Katie Neltner, no stranger to success, comes in 16-12, winners of 5 in a row. We'll take on an East Carter team that's looking for a little bit, like we said, traction. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get this match started here on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pop and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. The Greenup County Public Library system is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family, because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Alrighty, welcome back to East Carter High School as we're getting ready for introduction of players. Just got finished with the national anthem.
Jeff, we've been pretty busy this fall as volleyball's getting ready to go into the postseason. Soccer's already in postseason.
Yeah, because we'll have regions next week.
We'll have the regions next week. So now you're getting to the point where you're tiptoeing down to the point where the old B word is about to be played in this gym, and we'll be out here several times a week.
Oh, absolutely. And now the introduction of the Lady Raiders here tonight. As we said, picked up a district win last night over Morgan County, 25-5, 25-15, 25-15.
Of course, Raceland comes in at 16-12, winners of 5 in a row. East Carter comes in 11-11. Coach Clark and the East Carter Raiders. Just a little inconsistency. You look back at the beginning of the year, though. They didn't even win a set until their third game. Start out the season, let's see, 0-5, Jeff. Start out the season 0-5, have a 500 record right now. Their game momentum, they're getting better every single match. Raceland is a team that can contend with the 16th region.
Oh, absolutely, because, underneath Coach Netler and everything else, she did a great job there at Boyd County. Picked up several 16th region titles, and she's looking to do the same thing and bring the title back home to Raceland.
You talk about Greenham County as a whole. Greenham County's got a good volleyball program, and of course Russell's always kind of been the bully in that district when you talk about volleyball. They've historically, I should say, I don't know about recently, but historically it was heavily dominated by the Red Devils. So about ready to start tonight's match. Officials will take their places. These two teams met earlier in the year. Raceland 3-0'd them.
I always said with the Raceland, Russell, Lewis, Greenup, that is got to be the toughest.
District,
whole 63rd district is the toughest volleyball district to work out.
It's just a bunch of teams in every sport that are so evenly matched, essentially, except for in soccer.
Right.
Because Raceland doesn't have a soccer team. Greenup's soccer team's not good. And you've got Russell, who's a traditional powerhouse in girls and boys soccer. And Lewis County, I don't think
they have a soccer team.
I don't think they do either. So I think the 63rd district in soccer is a little bit different. I think Ashland might be in that.
Actually, they're with the West Carter district.
Okay.
West Carter, East Carter.
62nd.
Yep. I think they call it a different district number or something like that. Maybe it's still the 62nd. But,
no, because East and West are playing for the 62nd tonight.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times the KHSAA will have a lot of different districts.
You just never know. And we're underway. And very important for East Carter to get off to a really good start against this potent Raceland team. Right to that, good save. It's going to be a double hit on East Carter, and it'll be a point for Raceland. And we've seen this East Carter team, what they can do. We watched them one time in particular against West Carter. Just did not look good in the first set and then won 3 in a row.
Yeah, well, and last night, first set, they went 25-5 against Morgan County. And then but then they kind of say they put their foot on the gas and then they take their foot off the gas.
Just got to be consistent. That's the thing. Consistency will get you a long way, and we're tied at 1. Positioning and finesse, the two most important words when you talk about volleyball, Jeff. This one was in trouble momentarily. Good job by Raceland getting it back across the net. And it's big time trouble. That's going to be 4 hits on Raceland. It'll be another point for East Carter.
Of course, East Carter in the white and red uniforms tonight. The only difference down there is Giles, who's playing libero tonight.
Of course, Jeff Irwin, who, if you just joined us, it's going to be a point for Rachel. Just joined us. He is a rules analyst. Used to be a referee in volleyball, used to coach volleyball. So he knows a lot more about this than I do. This is my first year ever doing volleyball. So
it's a great sport to get into.
It is, but you have to understand it a little bit. You can't just, especially when you're calling it. It's a tough call. That and soccer are the 2 toughest calls.
Oh, absolutely.
Soccer, you got to be quiet sometimes, because if you just announce every time there's a possession change, then you're going to be talking the whole time. In volleyball, there's so many events that happen that need to be talked about, and you cannot take your eyes off the court, because as soon as you do, something will happen.
You got to pick and choose. As that one nice off the block there, dug out there by East.
And it's going to be a point for Racing. You're going to get a net violation on East Carter. So back and forth we go. A good first set thus far.
And that's one of those kind of heartbreakers, because East Carter won the point, but the net violation happened before that, causing the point to be lost and transferred over to Raceland.
And you got to talk about the coaching job. We know how good of a coach Katie Neltner is, but what about Miss Clark over here to our right? Like I said, team started out 0-5, and since then they've went what? 11-6.
Yeah,
it would have to be.
Yeah, because if you lose your first 5, and they're 11-11 right now.
So
nice serve right there. Good dig out there by East Carter.
A team rapidly improving, and Raceland will take the lead back at 5-4. Of course, both football teams will be in action tomorrow night. Raceland's going to make a trip to Westwood to take on the Fairview Eagles. A lot of people think that'll be competitive. I do not. I think Raceland's going to kill them. And I'll be in Flemingsburg with the East Carter Raiders. And they'll be in a big district matchup against the Fleming County Panthers. And Jeff and his wife will be on their anniversary dinner. And I just wanted to say, live on air, happy anniversary to you guys.
Thank you very much.
2 of the nicest people, 2 of the best people to ever work with is Rachel and Jeff Irwin. Just truly great people.
I was going to say thank you for not asking, putting me on the spot as far as how many years, but we hit blackjack this year.
21.
Yep.
Really? Jeff, Rachel looks like she might be 21.
I married well.
You outpunted your coverage. That's what they used to say. So very competitive first set here, Jeff, as either team really wants to grab an advantage. We'll go tied at 6. And we're going to get timeout Raceland. We'll keep it right here. And you guys should go to, and listen, and if you really want to go all out, really want to go all out, go to Jeff Ruby's in Lexington. Or you can always go to Trace Romano's.
There you go. Go out of state, hit up the river, or
River's always a win. Love the river. The river's good stuff.
They haven't tried it yet, but I've heard lots of good things.
You've never tried the river?
Not yet.
I'll let you know this. As soon as you walk in, you know it's going to be good.
Right.
Because it's not necessarily, they're not there for looks.
And that's the best kind of restaurant.
That's what I like. Just like down at Star Country Market.
You get there.
I don't care what the place looks like. The food is good.
That's all that matters.
Exactly.
So East Carter now.
Yep, we're all tied at 6.
Trying to see if they can pop the cork on this one and open up a
really good
small lead here.
Low line drive serve to begin this set.
Going outside this time, cross court. And that's what East Carter found success with last night against Morgan County, was that cross court shot into that back right corner.
Yeah, Bush is really good at that. She's really good at finding the empty area. This is going to be trouble for Raceland. And East Carter's built a 2-point lead at 8-6. How about the serves?
And that's really, and that was one of the big differences last night. In the first set, East Carter served very well last night. Starting to come alive here in this game.
Low line drive. We do apologize. Nice kill right there. Right the net.
I'll take a look at that one again on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay.
Things happen so fast you can't really get a look at the numbers.
Now, it was right on the middle attack there. I think it was number 16.
If it was number 16, that would be Kaya Noble.
Just a push on this one. East Carter with an opportunity here going middle. Going to be dug out there by Raceland.
Oh, nice finesse right there at the net. That's Mackey.
And Raceland brings it back up tied again here at 8 apiece. And
if you look at Katie Neltner's roster, Jeff, this is just the roster I have. Only has 2 seniors.
That's a good position you want to be in.
2 seniors. So you got a talented team, and you bring back most of it next year, regardless of what happens this year. Oh,
nice dig out there.
That was a heck of a dig out. You got to do something with that.
That was one of those that kind of spun everybody around trying to take a look where it was at. It was a nicely hard hit shot toward the back and went straight up and just kind of threw everybody off on where it was going.
Yeah, East Carter only has 10 girls listed on their official roster for the Kentucky High School Athletic Association. 5 of them are seniors.
Yep. And they had senior night last night. So as Raceland now
has the lead, 10-8.
And they're on a 4-0 run right now. This is trouble, but good dig out there by the Lady Rams. Going outside, trying to go cross court, but that one was blocked there.
Trouble. This is what you got to avoid if you're East Carter. These 5 and 6-0 runs that Raceland can put together on you really quick, and it's 8-8, it's 9-9, 10-10, and all of a sudden it's 17-10. Good positioning there.
That was just a nice little one-hander on over on 2 on that one.
I believe that was Rogers.
Now it's Avery Giles back to serve here for the Lady Raiders. Trying to see if they can close down this lead a little bit.
That's going to be out.
And they're going to say touch. So it's going to be Raceland ball.
Wait a second. That was way out.
Well, if someone touches it.
Did they touch it?
The main official, the up official, did call a touch. And it could have been just a fingertip off a block.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, personally, I don't care. But I just thought that I thought it was a point for East Carter. It was just a ball never lies. Goes back to East Carter there. 12-10.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of tough calls.
Well, I've got this railing here, too.
Right.
It could have definitely been touched.
Well, it was on this near side and everything. I'm not going to say I saw the touch, and I probably should have got the replay of that afterwards.
It's not a normal broadcast, and I know the Raceland people are not used to this. Oh, the football parents are, and I think the basketball parents are, too. It's not a Spencer Hutchinson broadcast until I at least disagree with the officials one time.
There you go. If we had the James Collier net cam, we probably could have pulled that footage there. As that he's giving me a run for my money right now. It's like he's got a net cam now, and I'm going to have to one-up my game a little bit here. As that's going to be a nice kill there by East
love
Carter.
It when you guys compete against each other because it just helps me.
Makes the broadcast better.
It does, man.
And there's a nice back row attack there by East Carter to get to cut down the lead here now to.
Oh, this is trouble for Raceland. Got to get this one across. Yeah, and here's the thing. If you're East Carter, this can't be a one-and-done possession. You got to get 3 or 4 here. Oh, what a kill.
Take a look at that one again. That was a nice shot there by Raceland. Stretching out their lead here, back out to 3.
I believe that was Rigsby.
Yep, number 4.
And it was easy for her just to come straight down with it. She saw the gap in the defense over to her left and made him pay. 14-11, and that's what you can't let happen.
And that's what your good attackers do. They before they really start heading up, they take a look and see what that defense is doing,
And this
where
is
they're
kind
setting
of
up
the
at.
identity of East Carter, Jeff. They're one of those teams that's, very rarely will they blow you out. They're the team that they keep putting their foot in the door and foot in the door and foot in the door. And finally, when it gets down to, 21-20, they'll get to 25 before you do, even though you led the entire set.
Exactly. Yeah, and like I said, it was a rare seeing them 25-5 last night.
Yeah, they're not used to that. It's not because they're not capable. It's just that's not their identity.
Right. Free ball opportunity here for the Lady Raiders.
Big time right at the net. And just a little miscommunication there. All of a sudden, East Carter's put 3 across, and we're tied at 14.
Substitution now here for the Lady Rams.
Yeah, Katie Neltner, she'll play a lot of different girls, and a lot deeper bench than East Carter has.
And nice little float touch there. Well, I'm sure Coach Nettler on there, she's an excellent coach, and she puts players in for specific reasons.
She is the best at positioning players to get the most success out of them. Now, I will say this, and I'm going to say something about Jennifer Clark here. It was easy to just say, we're not that good this year when you started out the season 0-5. We just don't have it. It's just not our year. But they haven't done that, and since then, they're 11-5, 11-6. So, two really good coaches on the floor right now.
Yeah, it's the never quit attitude.
Did you expect anything different out here in Grayson?
Oh, absolutely not.
Really good sequence here, Jeff. Oh, and the point's going to go to East Carter. Just putting the foot in the door, foot in the door, foot in the door. All the time. We're tied at 15. Timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Border Sporting Goods has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders also has baits in every size and style with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
The Electric Plant Board of the City of Vanceburg has been serving the needs of the community since 1939 and is dedicated to maintaining reliable utility service for its customers. Their employees are active members of the community and take pride in serving their neighbors and friends. The Utility Board encourages their customers to use their convenient online bill pay or phone payment service located on the back of their bill. They remind everyone to call 811 before you dig, even for small jobs, to prevent hitting buried utility line. And they wish all the teams the best of luck this season.
Back out here on Kool TV as the serve is going to sail out of bounds, and Raceland will have the lead back. It's 16-15.
And one of those situations, Coach Nettler wanted to talk with her team and
get
them refocused.
She talked to them, that's for sure. I think I even got fired up here.
Free ball now here. Opportunity for the Lady Rams. Going middle attack, and nice shot there.
And I think that's why she called the timeout. They're not being super aggressive at the net. And that time, Raceland all offense. And it leads to a Rams point, 17-15 here in set number 1. Just got to get this one across.
Now right now into the race for 20.
Yeah, and East
back
Carter.
to back.
East Carter, and I'll tell you what's hurting East Carter. The first hit. They're not positioning themselves like you saw just on that last sequence. They got down to their third hit, and they just had to get it across. Well, that played into Raceland's hands. They were able to set up a play, set up a sequence, and they got an easy kill right at the net. And all of a sudden, Raceland has opened this thing up to a 4-point lead at 19-15.
Yeah, right now it's just a few mental errors here and there, some mishits. And that's what you can't do against a Raceland team.
No.
Joust at the net, won by Raceland.
Gotta get this one across now. This one's trouble. Good play. This is where Raceland's dangerous, right here.
Nicely dug out there by East Carter. Opportunity here for Raceland once again, this time off the
What a
tape.
sequence here.
Good dig out there by Giles. Nice shot right there. A little bit of ping pong back and forth. Take a look at that on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. When you got two very tall girls right in the middle and they're ping ponging it back like that, you get some excitement there.
Well, now if you're East Carter, you're getting in that danger zone. You let a team get to 20. I think if they get to 21 or 22, you're in trouble, because then you're requiring a 7-0 run, something that East Carter just hasn't gotten their arsenal. So 21-15 now, Raceland.
I think that
threatening to take set number 1.
3 straight points there by number 16.
Boy, the timeout was effective. What did Jeff?
Well, you got to know when to call them.
Oh, big mistake there, though. Now, if you're East Carter, I think Jeff, you gotta at least get 5 or 6 here.
Yeah, they got to at least get up to 21 or try to match them up and try to get this to be a brand new game again.
Oh, nice block. Positioning killed East Carter right there. The whole front line was kind of shifted over to their left.
And that was a good adjustment there by Raceland because, they were going right into the middle. They got their power hitter right there, and then they took it over here to the near side.
Bradshaw did a really good job of finding the gap there, and East Carter trying to not give up set number 1, and this is going to be trouble.
Nice little finesse shot there.
23-16 now, as Raceland only a couple points away from taking set number 1.
Nice block. Wasn't an intended attack. It was a miss hit, but
this was in.
That's right in there. Take a look at that again on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay.
Now we've entered set point here at 24-16. 8-point lead for the Lady Rams.
Yeah, great shot there. Trying to go cross court, and that's
big answer there for East Carter. I think you have to score out. I think you're going to need 8 here.
Well, if they drop it at any point in time before it gets to 24, then Raceland's got it.
Yeah, you got to have 8 straight here because remember it's win by 2. Game. That's the match. That's the set. Raceland takes set number 1. It's 1-0. Raceland leads over East Carter. We'll take a break. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Border Sporting Goods has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders also has baits in every size and style with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
The Electric Plant Board of the City of Vanceburg has been serving the needs of the community since 1939 and is dedicated to maintaining reliable utility service for its customers. Their employees are active members of the community and take pride in serving their neighbors and friends. The Utility Board encourages their customers to use their convenient online bill pay or phone payment service located on the back of their bill. They remind everyone to call 811 before you dig, even for small jobs, to prevent hitting buried utility line. And they wish all the teams the best of luck this season.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
That's why we hand stuff every epic stuffed crust with a whole lot of flavor. And we always start with our fresh, never frozen dough.
We never stop exploring new flavors of stuff in our crust. And just wait until you see what we're cooking up next.
The new cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust, hand stuffed with a blend of garlic herb ricotta and mozzarella. Because no one stuffs a crust like Papa John's.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today. That's Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Other restrictions may apply.
Back out here on Kool TV. For about a minute from starting set number 2. Raceland took set number 1. So East Carter will try to reset here and kind of tie this match at 1 apiece. It's been a beautiful day, but Jeff, growing season will officially be over with in the morning. The first frost forecasted, and it's kind of the period at the end of one of the hottest summers I can ever remember.
I for one, welcome our new cold weather coming in.
I know you do. I love it. I love the hot weather. I just do. I've always done.
Well,
I've always been that way. Actually, when I was a kid, I liked it when it was really bad because we would get out of school, but that's just not the way it is anymore.
Well, now they call it off, when the weather's bad, but temperature's good.
Yeah, they call football games if it rains now.
I don't even have to rain, just lightning.
Unbelievable.
Raceland's going to start off with the first serve.
East Carter has
second.
to build a lead here, Jeff. You can't just tiptoe with Raceland and do the waltz. You've got to build a lead here, and that way it gives you some room for error.
And like I said last night, East Carter found a lot of success in that back right corner, but Raceland, I think, is starting to make some adjustments
Big time
to
block.
cover that.
Boy, Raceland's defense won them that point, Jeff, and it's an early Rams lead, 1-0. Of course, this will be our last event here for a while, Jeff, as you sit and think about it. And another point here for Raceland. Now it's 2-0. Looking at the schedule here. I could be wrong.
Well, the season's dwindling down. I think this is the last week to get any seeded games in.
Well, the next match is against Rose Hill. That is the 15th. We may be here. We may not. I don't know. I don't make the schedules. But you got to think, soccer season's over. Those games take place at the middle school. This is now 2-1, Raceland with the lead. Football, don't play at home tomorrow. They don't play at home the next week. But they're back on October the 29th. So we'll probably, today's the 10th, we may not be back here for 19 days. Very possible.
Well, if the game is actually played on the 15th at the time that they have listed on the KHSAA, I'm not going to be here.
What does it say?
12:01 a.m.
Yeah.
I think that might be a little bit of a error on that part. As that's a nice shot there by Raceland.
And there better not be a ball hit the net until 12:01.
Exactly. Well, I might allow 12 and 1 second.
3-1. Raceland. East Carter got to get some momentum here.
As a little tacking error there on the near side.
4-1 now, Raceland. This is a team that's going to compete for the region, Jeff. And I talked to James Collier quite a bit, and he kind of whispered in my ear saying, hey, pay attention to this Raceland volleyball team. Kind of under the radar. A lot of people aren't paying attention to them. Very good squad. Got a great coach, and boy, he's right.
Raceland now extending out that lead here now to 4 at 5-1. And like I said, coming out of the 63rd, you've got to be good. If you're not good, you're not going to be going to the regional tournament.
Well, here's the thing. Eventually, maybe not this year, maybe not in 5 years, but within the next 10 years, I believe a public school will win a volleyball state championship. It's been just heavily dominated by Sacred Heart, Assumption. Teams like that have just dominated volleyball. And before too long, kids will start to, they're going to realize that, hey, we don't have to go to a private school to be successful. So, then we got a timeout. East Carter 7-1 now. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, trying to slow the pace down just a little bit. Raceland's starting to roll right now. They're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and one thing that I think needs to be mentioned here is, I say that, but I'm very pro public schools. I love public schools. I just do. I think that public schools and private schools should be classified differently. I feel like there's an advantage and there's a disadvantage.
I do have to say public schools has put food on the table for almost 44 years.
Yeah, I'm very for public schools.
Well, for me personally, I'll put it that way. My dad was a teacher.
When I was growing up, I rode the bus. I went to public school. So, you know, and I think that, you know, speaking for me and you both, I think we've turned out pretty good.
Oh, absolutely.
So
I can count up. I can count above 20.
you can count above 20?
Yeah. I don't even have to take off my shoes.
I was going to say, you only got 10 fingers and 10 toes. East Carter's got to get something going here, Jeff. And that's
another.
I tell you what, Raceland is very good defensively. They're very good at the net, and they're very good with court vision. And what I say by court vision is they're very aware of their surroundings, where the defense is set up, where the gaps are at. So when they go up and attack at the net, they almost know where they're going. It's almost like a predetermined throw in football. They already know where they're going before they even touch the ball.
Absolutely, because you know, and that's all part of the game of volleyball right there, is being able to identify where the blocker's coming in at. You know, are they going to give you line, or are you going to have to go cross court, or do you have to do a little finesse shot over top of them?
And this match is far from over. East Carter, we've seen them make big time runs. So, you know, that's it's close to a net violation there, Jeff. Really close, wasn't it?
Yep, that was one that
we needed a James Collier net cam right there.
Because that one went right off the tape is really what happened there. We'll take you can see that once again here. It just goes off the tape. It kind of looks like it goes off the player, but actually it goes off the tape in that case. And
I wasn't arguing with it. I was just, you know.
No, actually I caught that, and I wanted to use that on the – because a lot of people are like, oh, that was hit by the player. And it's like, no, it was hit by the tape.
This is going to make it 11-1. Man, I tell you, since Katie Nettler took that time out midway through the first set, it's been all Raceland.
She woke the team up, and you know, it's almost like waking up a sleeping giant right there, and they are now – well, Rams don't really roar, but
kind of like getting your rear end ripped by your mom back in high school.
Nice block.
It just kind of makes you mad, if anything. And this is a motivated Raceland squad, and you're seeing it on the scoreboard. 11-2 now. East Carter got to get 7 or 8 here. You cannot make this a one and done possession, Jeff.
Yeah, it's one of those situations that they're going to have to start chipping away at this lead, you know, more sooner than later. This time going outside. East Carter going to try to answer back with a middle that's going to go off the block. Back outside again. That one's off the block and down.
Raceland just so far been terrific this match. Trying to take a 2-set lead.
And it's just good, consistent play by Raceland right now that's getting the job done. I mean, they've got some real strong swinger, you know, some arms, you know, that's got a big swing to them. And there's another big swing. Good dig out there by Giles. That one's going to be off the block. And
good point there for East Carter. Got to get something going here.
And seeing like you were talking about positioning, and that's the big thing that's right there. Raceland went up with a double block. No one came in to help them up on the back side of that, and that's what ended up resulting in an East Carter point there. Of course, East Carter struggling behind the line on the serves there. And this is not a game that you can do that. You need to be firing on all your cylinders, not giving up those one and dones.
10-point lead here for Raceland now, 13-3.
Free ball now here. Opportunity for the Lady Rams going middle this time. Over the block and down.
Found the gap. Knew where they were going before they even hit it, Jeff. That court vision that we talk about. I'm sure that there's a slang for it. I'm sure there's a word for it. I call it court vision.
And that's pretty much what it is just being able to see that defense and be able to read it.
You know, in football or soccer, they call it. I'm not sure if that was in and out. I have no idea. I call it, you know, they call it field vision. Obviously, they're on a field, they're on a court, so still sitting at 10 with 14-4. Got to get something going here if you're East Carter.
Nice serve.
Oh, yes, that's going to maybe that might get East Carter going. East Carter needs to build on momentum. It just seems like the emotion is down. Doesn't it? We've seen them be very energetic, and I tell you,
nice shot there.
I'll tell you a factor in it, and it may not be a factor, but coming back from fall break stinks too.
It does. Never had many teams that does that.
Not to say Raceland hasn't played fantastic. This is a very good team. I'm just, we've.
Going middle here.
Down to 8. Now you've got to keep on chipping if you're East Carter.
Another opportunity for the Lady Rams.
Trouble.
That one was off the tape.
That's out. Oh, they're going to call it in.
I do think that one was in. It looked like it hit the line right there at the end.
I mean, I'm truthfully, I don't know. I can't see. I thought it was out.
I've seen enough of them that, that one was right on the line.
Hit the line?
Yeah, it gets real interesting if you get into the men's league, and which now they're starting up boys volleyball. That's a point there for Raceland.
I know there's some Eastern Kentucky schools that have
Fleming County has one.
Pikeville has one too.
It's starting to be a popular sport now. I've officiated Division I men's, and that one is.
This one's going to be a point for East Carter.
It gets to be rough.
Secretly clawing their way back into this set. Only down 7 now. Raceland led by 11 earlier.
Just chipping away here.
Speaking of Fleming County, I've got to go to Fleming County tomorrow, and I'm kind of dreading walking up those steps, bud. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, that's a nice shot there by East Carter.
Cross court.
And like I said, East Carter just starting to kind of chip their way back here a little bit.
You wonder how long Katie Neltner goes without a timeout.
I think right now she's giving her team just a little bit of time to try to fix some things. She makes a substitution there. Because sometimes you can't always bail the team out with the timeout. Sometimes you got to let them work through a few things.
You got to develop that adversity effect.
Back row attack there by the Lady Rams, and a little bit of a miss hit, but that's going to be
4 hits on East Carter. Point will go back to Raceland. 16-9. It's a 7-point lead. We're here in set number 2.
I mean, if they trade shots multiple times, but East Carter keeps on getting like 2 points or 3 points, and then gives up a point. That's how they're working their way back here a little bit.
Yep. That's a net violation on East Carter. But you can't go 1 step forward, 2 steps back if you're East Carter.
Right. They got to keep on moving forward. So Raceland right now gets back-to-back points on that. They need to shut it down right now.
Leads it at 8.
Going back row attack this time. East Carter going to return with the back row attack.
Oh, nice kill there.
Take a look at that again here on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay as well. Just nicely set up and threads the needle to the back. That one's off the block and down. So Raceland,
when they get rolling, buddy, they get rolling.
Stretching it back out to a 10-point lead here.
And they move quickly. East Carter not really in possession there. And this just tells you how good Raceland is, Jeff, because this is a pretty decent East Carter team. This is not a bad East Carter team at all.
Yeah, it's like you can have some good teams, but when you play a better team, sometimes it shows, and you see just the strength of that shot right there.
No, this is a good East Carter team, and it just tells you how good Raceland's been thus far.
Another opportunity here for the Lady Rams.
Nice
little float shot there.
And it looks like right now, Jeff, set number 2 just slipping out of the fingers of East Carter. Currently down 12. It's Raceland's largest lead of the match.
Well, it's one of those things that I think the Lady Rams is finding a couple weak spots, in the Lady Raiders defense, and they're trying to exploit it. Nice block there.
This is trouble. Oh, good save. Thought that was out. Yeah.
I've had those calls before and everything. You look and you're just.
We have the best view for that right there. It was on the outside of that needle that sticks out of the net. What do you call that thing?
They call it an antenna. Some of the girls reference it as a candy cane.
Candy cane?
Well, it's red and white. And nice shot there. East Carter tried to block. Yeah, and that's why you have the line judges in place there. And actually, that's typically a line judge call right there. Now, sometimes your R2 can step underneath that and make a good call that way. I always kind of went deep in on the net on those type of calls.
It just depends on where you work at. Of course, with me being that's going to be net violation on.
Yeah, that's going to be an illegal block or an illegal tack on that.
Her hand actually crossed the barrier of the top of the net and made contact with the ball.
Yep, it's like you can't cross over until the ball breaks the plane of the net.
Okay.
Because you'll hear a lot of times they call the term penetration on there,
right,
penetrating into the other court, but you can't do it until the ball breaks that plane.
I said that those things were needles. Of course, would you expect anything different from somebody that's in the medical field? East Carter. I think you got to score out here, Jeff. I think you got to roll off 10 here.
Yeah, because, Raceland's 3 points away from closing out the set. East Carter, they need to start rolling right now.
Positioning, killing East Carter.
And just a nice look once again. No seeing where the attackers are at.
Play again in the region tournament, Jeff. I'm telling you, both these teams are pretty good.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll tell you what, that East Carter-West Carter matchup in the district tournament, that's going to be a dandy.
Now, it depends on if they do it in the same night or how they're going to play that one out. Nice kill there by Raceland.
Now you got the set point here.
And it's one of those things that I've been in tournaments before where we've had 3 seeds or a 3-team district. And
they just play the whole thing in one day.
Yeah, you play it back-to-back. So you're at a little bit of a disadvantage, but, at
least you already warmed up.
Right.
Of course, we called that game. That's going to be set point for Raceland. They now lead 2-0. We called that match, by the way, and wow, that was a dandy. That's probably our best match we've called this year.
Oh, absolutely. Very, very close, very well played.
So we'll head to set number 3. Raceland leads 2-0. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg.
Miller Insurance Agency began serving the insurance needs of Northeast Kentucky in 1967. Since then, the agency has prospered by providing valuable insurance protection to our community. As your independent insurance agent, we're not tied to one company. Rather, we compare different carriers, finding the best price. Call or stop by today to compare your coverages. Remember, your independent agent serves you first. Find us online at millerins.net or stop by Miller Insurance, 210 South Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson. Check out Dyer's Big Sandy in Grayson for great prices on home appliances like washers and dryers, ranges and dishwashers. See our giant selection of living room suites, bedroom suites, recliners, mattresses, and electronics, including TVs and speakers. Visit our showroom at 506 Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson. You'll find the best prices and the best selection for every room of your home. And Dyer's has all the top brands in bedding: Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Beauty Rest. Dyer's Big Sandy, 506 Carroll Malone Boulevard in Grayson.
Not only is State Senator Robin Webb proud to support and congratulate our youth in all their endeavors in and out of the classroom, but your State Senator Robin Webb is also proud to support and work for all the adults in her district. Robin Webb strives to put forth the best for youth and adults alike. Whether it's in Frankfort or here at home in her district, know that Robin Webb puts you first in all of her decisions she makes. State Senator Robin Webb strives harder every day to make Kentucky a better place to work, live, and have fun.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career in a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pop and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Back out here on Kool TV. East Carter gets an early point here, Jeff. Listen, the formula is simple for East Carter. Either you win this one or we're done for the night.
Yeah, and they're going to have to start out like they did against Morgan County last night.
And, of course, you could.
Nice block.
East Carter with a little bit of a different fire here in set number 3.
Well, some teams perform very well underneath pressure and everything.
That's what I've said that in the past. I think East Carter is better when their backs are against the wall. This is a different East Carter team here in set number 3. Maybe Coach Clark went over there and got after him a little bit. And it's going to be, I tell you what, Raceland, that bend but don't break defense has been the factor that's giving them that 2-0 lead. And as far as sets, Jeff, tonight, that front line has been terrific.
And not giving them any easy shots over or anything. It's they're returning those balls back. I mean, very steadily. And I mean, East Carter's having to earn every point they're picking up tonight.
Of course, Jeff, me and you, kind of the voice of the Raiders. Me and you're the producer of the Raiders, and I'm the voice of the Raiders, and Rachel's the camera operator for the Raiders. We do every sporting event out here. We love it here. This one's going to go out. East Carter will tie this one at 2. And of course, James Collier and the production that he does down at Raceland is just phenomenal.
Oh,
I think that needs to be mentioned. You talk about it. I took a week off one time, or East Carter was on a bye week. So I went and watched Letcher County Central and Raceland football that Friday night. As East Carter will take the lead back. No, excuse me. Raceland will be back. And he had his students standing up on boxes on the sideline. He was doing sideline interviews. I mean, it was unbelievable. I could not believe what this one's going to be in, and score will go to 4-2.
It's pretty good for a math teacher.
Yeah, pretty good for a math teacher. But the one thing that James Collier will never be able to do is out-pick me and pick him. This one will sail way out. We kid because we care, don't we, Jeff?
Oh, absolutely.
Because we care.
Well, he's right down the road right now.
And I know that drives him crazy. I know, and I'm going to win this thing. Jacob's ahead of me by 1 game. He had a 3-game lead on me 2 weeks ago. I went perfect, 13-0 last week. I'm going to win again. I'm tired of messing around.
Nice shot there.
Big time kill. Raceland will extend their lead to 5-3.
And last week was a tough week to try to pick any games. With Vandy beating Alabama.
He didn't put that game on there, but he would have taken Alabama anyways. So it doesn't matter. I mean, he thinks that. I don't know that he thinks this, but there's a strategy to it. I wait till the very last possible second to make my pick so I can look at everybody else's.
Right.
See where I can make up or lose a game.
Just see where it's at.
Yeah, exactly. And this time, James did that. So I'm kind of wondering, is there a mind games going on there?
That one's off the block there.
You cannot give up another point here if you're East Carter. You don't want to go down 3 or 4 here, or 4 or 5. And it's going to be a point for Raceland.
Just a few mishits here and there. And like I said, the fire's not there as what they were having last night.
Well, they're tired, man. And I hate to say that. But fatigue's a real thing. You got to think these girls go to class for 8 hours a day, which is tiring. It's stressful. Coming off fall break where they've slept in probably a lot, which I would be too, and playing back-to-back nights, it's tiring.
Yep.
No excuses. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying what the case is.
Yeah, it's one of those situations,
And guess who's on fall break now? Me.
Nice.
Look at the last fall break in the state of Kentucky. I get fall break when it's actually fall.
And that's a nice
time kill there. Over on that left side. Score goes to 9-4 now. Or is it 8-4?
8-4.
8-4. So the Rams have doubled up East Carter here in set number 3, trying to take this match.
Nice dig out there, going to the outside.
Good job by the Lady Raiders there.
Yep, trying to dance around that line.
Yeah, well, a little momentum took them a little too far there. And me and you know about forward momentum. We about fall down the steps every time we go down.
Well, we got some additional help on us.
Yeah,
I've
got about 40 pounds sitting in front of me.
That one pops that one up, going cross court. And
oh, nice.
Once again, finding the success there once again.
Cross court, found the gap. Raceland kind of being a little overly aggressive there. Had the team kind of step up in that box and found the back right corner, Jeff.
That's where Coach Nettler telling her team, it's like, you got to be able to cover that.
Well, they were out of position.
Right. Free ball.
Let me talk like I know what I'm talking about.
Going back in off the block. Middle attack, and that one's in there
I
for
thought
him.
it was in. I thought it was in.
Oh, by a mile.
My vision was kind of blocked there. My view was blocked by a couple of East Carter players, but
yeah, because that one hit right around the 3-throw line, and probably a good 2 or 3 feet on the inside there. Well, as a former official, you can see that.
You should one day. Do you still have that blue shirt that they wear?
Not that one. When I was officiating, the KHSAA had white shirts.
Well, you should wear it one day and just climb up on the tower and see if they just roll with it.
They probably would.
Are you still eligible to ref?
If I take the test and pay my fee.
No, the answer is always no, Jeff. It's this point's going to go to East Carter, and I'll tell you why. And I said this earlier in the match. It's not a broadcast that I've done until I get after the officiating. No offense. It's nothing personal. I just do it. But people will say to me sometimes, well, if it's so easy, why don't you do it? Hey, I would love to do it. I can't do it. I'm not allowed to do it because I'm in the media. Did you know that? We're not allowed to do that?
I would figure that, it's one
no,
of
there's
those.
a rule against it. We're not allowed.
Yeah, I would figure,
conflict of interest.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, you're right. All the cool TV schools would get all the calls, which includes, I don't know what I would do in this one. I probably actually have to call it fair.
Nice block right there.
Point will go to Raceland, and they've doubled up East Carter once again at 12-6. And I think, another question I get a lot from people who listen to our broadcast, that's in. Right on the line is, I've heard people say stuff like, you could call such and such anytime you want to. Well, on every play or whatever. It's not if you call it, it's when you call it. The timing of different officiating calls.
Nice shot there.
It's the court vision that Raceland has that makes this team so deadly.
Yeah, that's almost like ball handling. In football, it's holding. You can call holding on every play.
Well, but it's not if you call it, it's when you call it.
Right.
If you can call it on every play, why does it just get called on touchdown runs? Because it penalizes the team for more yards? Because I had an official on the horse collar tell me one time, well, it's only going to be a 1-yard penalty. Oh, so you don't call it if it's not hurting the team really bad?
That's a safety issue, and that's going to be 4 hits there against the Lady Raiders.
Yeah, and Raceland's kind of strengthening their grip over this match, and we get
Just a little explanation on where the 4 hits came from.
Explanation from the official. And that's good. I like that transparency from the official there. A lot of people won't do that, Jeff. I like that.
Going to the attack here, and that's a nice kill.
Again, man, I tell you what. Raceland coming into this match won 5 in a row, trying to make it 6. They have a 10-point lead at 16-6.
Now, one thing I did notice, in my collegiate days officiating, if it's a girls' game, you don't talk to the officials. Men's game or a women's game, you don't talk to the officials. Men's game, they chat them up.
Wonder why. What's the difference?
I don't know.
Oh, big time kill there, man. There was no chance of that thing getting blocked unless it just hit flush off the hands.
It's one of those, you can hear it. Just a nice.
You ever seen one of those balls explode?
Not yet. I've seen ceilings explode because the ball hit it. Nice off the block there.
Another point there for Raceland as they're getting close, tiptoeing to taking this match, Jeff. 18-6 now.
It's one of those situations you got to get it away from the net just enough.
And the one thing about volleyball, Jeff, is, it's not one of those things they're going to give the point to Raceland.
And they're going to say net violation.
So it's one of those things where it's not like, if you're getting blown out in basketball or blown out in football, you're blown out in other sports, you play for pride, you build on momentum. In volleyball, either you get beat or you don't.
Right.
There's no building next match's momentum. It's you build your momentum in practice or in games.
Pushed over on that one. Nice little finesse shot.
Got to get this one across if you're East Carter. This is going to be close to 4 hits. East Carter does a good job of getting it across. This is in trouble.
That'll be 4 hits against Raceland.
So if you're East Carter, you got to get 10 here. I think 10's the number, the magic number.
Yeah, they're going to have to go on quite a bit of a run here.
What a display of defense, though, for Raceland, though, Jeff. You coming into this match, you looked at both teams' record, you looked at the coaches from across each other, and you got to give credit where credit's due. Raceland just came out and has dominated this match. And no offense to East Carter, this is a very good team, also, but it's just one of those nights where. Perfect example is Vandy beat Alabama.
Yep.
I'm not saying that's this example, but I'm saying, sometimes you just have off nights and you just don't perform the way that you should. And you're more disappointed in yourself, but give the credit where, like I said, where credit's due. And Raceland's just been phenomenal.
That's a nice kill there by East Carter off the block.
So they've been able to put 2 or 3 right here together, but that magic number is 10. And this is not a situation where, Jeff, in the past that we've covered teams and this was, this is just the norm. East Carter is one of those teams that's going to regroup and they're going to come out the next match and really just kind of put it in 4th gear to begin with.
Yeah, I always said you never count out an East Carter team. I remember the first time that we were a number 1 seed going into a 3-seed district, at West Carter. East Carter came back and they beat us. In that for the championship, and we beat them twice earlier on in the season. And it's one of those things they just don't give up.
No,
a very scrappy team at times. They execute well at times. As this is going to be back row attack here for Raceland, going near side here.
This is going to sail out. Score will go to 22-9. No, East Carter's just fine. They're going to be just fine. And you got to think of how much fatigue is playing a factory here. Playing back-to-back nights, that's not easy, man.
Yeah, because there's no time to make adjustments. Of course, they won last night, but
and it was senior night too.
Yeah, and no time to make adjustments, for anything on there, and that's always been the toughest thing. But middle attack, that was going to be just a little strong.
Go on and look at East Carter's schedule here. Today's the 10th, so their next opponent is Rose Hill. who Rose Hill is set to take on Sugar Creek Christian Academy out of Ironton, Ohio, at Rose Hill. They come in at 2-19 on the year. So that'll be the final home game for East Carter before they start that 62nd district. A district that, Jeff, they're probably even favorites them with West Carter.
Yeah, because they're one apiece. I mean, that's going to be a great game to watch.
Where's that at?
I don't think. Well, I know they've said it, but I haven't seen the official where it's at.
Well, it's either at East, West, or Morgan. Point goes to East Carter.
And I kind of think it's not going to be at Morgan because I think Morgan's got the 16th region this year.
Okay.
Or I believe that's what I've heard. At least at some place, Morgan's got something.
Big point there for East Carter. Now we're going to get timeout Raceland. We'll take it with them. We'll be back on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Back out here on Kool TV, 22-12. Raceland leads over East Carter, leads the match 2-0. Trying to close this thing out. What a dig out there, Jeff. But I just tell you, Raceland's just been phenomenal in this match tonight. 23-12 now. And that was a really good sequence for East Carter.
Yeah, it's just tough to deal with that defense that Raceland's got right now.
That front line's dangerous. That front line's going to be a problem.
There's another kill.
So now we're at match point, Jeff, and big time. So East Carter's going to drop to 11-12 on the year, and Raceland's going to win their 6th in a row and move to 17-12. This one's going to sail out, and that's going to be your match. Raceland has defeated East Carter in 3 straight sets, 3-0. Of course, I want to thank Jeff Irwin and his wife, Rachel. You guys have a good anniversary tomorrow.
Thank you very much. We
21st
appreciate
anniversary, and think about me when I'm in Fleming County. No offense. No offense to Fleming County. It's just... That's a long drive, man.
It is. It's beautiful countryside out that way.
That's beautiful country out there in Flemingsburg. So I'll be making the trip there. I'll be with the East Carter Raiders tomorrow night. I'll come on the air about 7 o'clock. And I believe we are the only media outlet there covering the Raiders tomorrow night. So
I think so. I think Fleming County has their own little student thing that they got running and everything.
If you want to watch the game, I don't know what they got going on, but if you're not able to watch it, we appreciate you listening to me. And, of course, I'm always entertained. I get after the officials and whatever.
And I'm not sure if they have any play-by-play that's on there. You may be able to watch the game and then have us in the background.
Yeah. Well, I'll make sure that everybody in the county knows when East Carter scores a touchdown. So
there you go.
So for Spencer Hutchinson, Jeff, and Rachel Irwin, this has been a presentation of Kool TV.
Thank you for watching high school volleyball live on Kool TV. This broadcast of high school volleyball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Hit Sports Network and Kool TV.